welcome back. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're not working on the truck. I've got to do an oil change on my M340i. It isn't due for its oil until June, but I'm about 8 to 9,000 miles past the last oil change. I've done about that distance since I bought the car, and I normally do my oil changes interim between what's actually needed and when I've had it done. So if it goes every 2 years or whatever the BMW service schedule says, I like to do it halfway through that. So bought some genuine oil from BMW. It's 20 litres in here. I've had to tape the box up because when it arrived it was all split, because obviously DHL or Parcel Force, whoever it is, have just been throwing it around in the back of their van and it's split the side of the box out. So I've had to tape it back up again to stop it coming out everywhere, because all it is a bag. There's a bag inside here of oil. Mahle filter, not a genuine BMW one, but these are the people that make the genuine BMW one, so I'm happy with the quality of that. Obviously genuine oil, the right stuff for the car. 5W30 long life 04, which is the right stuff for these mild hybrid 3 litre engines. So car's already up in the air. I'm going to drop the oil out of it now, and we'll go through how to do the oil drop in, where the filter is, how much oil to put in it, and how to go through the process of changing the oil on an M340i. Right, as you can see, the car is already up in the air. All I've done is jacked it up on the plastic jacking points that are either side, and then where the lower track control arm mounts to the chassis, that's where I've put the stands on there. I'll have a quick glimpse under there with the camera, show you where exactly it is I've put the support stands. Right, so here we are under the car. That's where the stands are, so they're basically on that part of the body that just attaches to the track control arm on both sides there. There's no deformation, that bit's nice and strong, so I'm happy with its support. Plus I've left the jack under there just to give it that extra. This is where we drain the oil out. There's the oil drain bung thing. I just give that a little twist and hopefully I can get the oil out of that hole there. There's the oil drain plug. Okay, right, while we've got the oil draining out, I'm going to take this opportunity to have a quick look at the sump plug. So I've just dropped that out. The copper washer fell in the oil pan, not a problem because there's a new one in the Mahle oil filter kit. But if we look at the colour of this oil here, so this is done about 9,000 miles, I think, this oil. So if I wipe it on this clean cloth here, you can see the colour of it. So it's not in great condition. And according to the oil schedule in the car on the iDrive, it says it's still got another 10,000 miles worth of use in this oil, or until May, June time of this year. So it's about 6 months from now. I don't really feel that comfortable in running that oil for another 6 months. It does look a bit like diesel engine oil, and for a petrol engine car, that's probably a bit dirtier than I would like it to be. So that's why I change my oil before I need to. In here is a new O-ring for the oil filter top housing. I haven't checked the oil filter yet, so hopefully this is the right one. Fingers crossed. Otherwise the new oil will be going in with an old oil filter. Or I can just nip to BMW and get one. So there's the copper washer that goes on that sump plug. Hopefully it's the same size as the old one. I can't tell because it's fallen in the oil pan and it's now covered with a load of old oil, so I'm going to leave that where it is. While we're at the top, we'll have a go at getting the oil filter off. So I think this acoustic cover is just a lift off job. Gently does it so as not to break any of the clips. There's a clip in every corner. There we go. Bit dusty. The oil filter's down here. So I'm going to open this in order to relieve any vacuum and let the oil drain out a bit more effectively. We need to remove these little clips here for this wiring that's being held in place. Why is that so tight? Oh, there we go. Right, that was a lot more difficult than it needed to be. That's very tight. So now I've got that out of the way, I can perhaps lift this plastic clip off here. Looks like that's just locked on there. There's one. That's it, there you go. Right, so those two are off, they're just little gripper clips. Now, there's the oil filter. I'll just tuck that there, and tuck this one down there out of the way. Now I'll get a big socket down there to undo that. So we've got a 32mm socket with a little wobble bar on it just to give us that bit of tension. There we go, just nicely loosen that up. Yeah, a bit of cloth there. A little wipe to clean it out. Right, so here's our old filter. It simply pulls out of there, it should do anyway. Oh, it says. Oh, there we go. The colour of the oil. It really smells petrol as well, the oil. Get a little pick and pick that oil seal off. So give this a bit of a wipe. I mean, you can't wipe the interior of the engine, so it doesn't really matter too much if this isn't spotless, but I'm just going to give it the best clean that I can. This filter goes in the same as the old one, just pushes in like that, that's it basically. There's an oil seal there, so I'll just give that a quick fingering with some new clean oil, and there's a new filter, new O-ring for the filter housing. It just goes on there like that. And we push it over into that groove. There we go. Right, a little skim of oil around that. In fact, there's enough oil on it actually to enough oil on this old filter here to give it a bit of a just a bit of a start. A bit of oil on that. Just enough of your fingers is enough to stop it binding, and that can go back in. I'll just pop this back into the housing down here. Newton-meters, that's it. That's it, 25 Newton-meters. sat there because there's a mark on that rubber. I'm happy with that. There we go. That's the entire 6.5 litres that this engine takes according to the manual in there. I think the only way we can check the oil is by looking on the iDrive. I'm not sure if the car needs to be warmed up for that to work, so we're going to go inside and have a look and see what the next steps are, just to check, make sure there's enough oil in there. Alright, we're inside. It says bonnet open, yeah, I know that. Closed handbook. Okay, so it needs to be hot. I guess we're going to have to let it warm up. Just might as well check then to make sure there's no leaks anywhere while we're doing that. So this is a sample of the oil that came out of the car. This has been in the car for 10,000 miles or thereabouts. The car was supposedly serviced when I bought it. It was on 7,000 miles then. It's on about 16,000 now, so it's done around about 10,000 miles. I would have expected it to have not been quite that dirty. That is really, really dark and burnt looking. What do you think? Do you reckon that's acceptable for oil that's 10,000 miles old? Would you have let that run for another 10,000 miles? Because that's what the car was saying. It really smells of petrol. Let me know in the comments what you think about the state of that oil. Right, we finally got it up to temperature. It's taken quite a while to tick over, and now I've done the oil measuring activity on the iDrive, and we're just waiting for it to go through now. It's just climbing up. Well, I've just noticed something. While it's checking the engine oil level, it's actually raised the revs up a little bit. That doesn't normally tick over above 1,000 RPM, and I'm not touching the throttle, as you can see down there. There's nowhere near it. So it's obviously picked the throttle up to do the engine measurement. Oh, we're nearly there now. What do you reckon? Oh, we're a bit under, look. We're a bit under. So how much do we add then, do you think? It's a little bit under max, so maybe what, half a litre, and then do it again? Right, I'm going to shut it off. I'm going to add that little, whatever that little bit there is, God knows. And then I'm going to redo the engine oil measurement.
A few moments later.
Bang on. Right, so I put another 500 millilitres in there. So that means we've put in so far 7 litres. I put 6.5 litres in, which is what the manual suggested it needed. But it does say to weigh the engine oil. I'm not quite sure how you'd do that. But I've put in 7 litres now, and that is bang on the right level. I'm really happy with that. Should put the cover back on now, we're all finished. Got 4 little tabs. That's it, nice and solid. Right, now that I've changed the engine oil, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the service meter. I've got this OBD Link CX dongle. I'll plug that in down in the footwell. Start up Bimmer Link. Don't want to rate it. So service reset. I just want to do the oil, and I know it needs doing again around, there you go, May 2025, or in 10,000 miles there enough. So what I'll do is I'll reset it. It says still 50% remaining, so I'll reset it, and then in May, June, I'll take it to my mate at BM Connected and get him to do a proper service on it. He'll put it on the BMW's computer, so it'll all be legit. I mean, it does say now it's put it up to December 2026. I'm not going to wait that long. I'll get it done in May, June, when it normally would have been done. That way then we've got the interim service done, and it's all registered on the iDrives. We're good to go now until May, and then I'll get it taken into say Matt at BM Connected, and he'll do the proper service on it, stick it on the BMW server. So for now, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what you think about doing an interim oil service. Is it worth doing it? You tell me. Take care till next time.